Hi guys, it's Dale with The Insurance. Today we're going to talk about an article that presents a product that's not very common. The title of the article is Decreasing Term Life, What the Insurance Industry Doesn't Want You to Know, right? So, as the title alludes to, this is about life insurance, right? And life insurance is one of those products that is often thought about too late, right? So someone unfortunately is diagnosed with a terminal illness. All of a sudden they start thinking about their financial obligations, their beneficiaries, and at that point they want to go out and get life insurance. Obviously, at that point, any life insurance carrier knows the probability of death and when that'll happen. So any policy that's provided, if a policy is even available, would be quite expensive, right? The other set of people that actually think about life insurance as part of life planning, this article can be quite helpful, right? The first thing that I guess I'll start with, we all know this, but you need to explicitly state it so that it's at the front of your mind. And it's just the fact that life insurance companies are for profit, so they're looking to truly maximize those profits, right? And to make matters even worse, they are armed with just decades of data, right, on different individuals, different illnesses. So they basically know the probability of death. I guess it's not funny, but the probability of death for every type of individual for each year of that individual's life, right? So when they're pricing policies, keep that in mind. They're pricing it with enough cushion or profit built in, right? So when you kind of go to your agent or you do research, you'll find that there are essentially only two types of life insurance that's talked about: term and whole, right? So term life insurance is almost exclusively for short-term goals, right? So perhaps you just bought a house, you've got a large mortgage at the time, so you get a term life insurance policy just in case you die while that debt obligation is out there and your family has to bear it. Or your kids start going to college, they rely on you financially, your family relies on you financially to cover that debt. So you want to take out a term life insurance over the course of you presumably paying for that debt for your kids. And then whole life insurance is for long-term obligations, right? There is, and actually keep in mind that for both of these types of policies, insurance companies also make a profit from investing your premium, right? So that's another bucket of profitability or income or an income stream that life insurance carriers also take into account. But there's a completely other type of insurance, which is called decreasing term life insurance, that is often a better option for people, right? So decreasing term life insurance is it's like a renewable term insurance policy, right? A renewable evergreen type term life insurance policy, whereas the benefit actually decreases over time, right? So it almost mirrors, presumably, the normal person's debt obligations and liabilities, right? So you don't have the same debt obligations over the course of your life, right? Presumably, you're making income, you're paying those obligations down, so the amount of benefit your beneficiaries actually need should go down as well as you pay your debt obligations down, right? So this is where the decreasing term life insurance comes into play, right? And it's also cheaper than both term and whole life insurance, right? So your mortgage payments, for instance, aren't constant, right, throughout your life. They tend to go down as you pay that principal down, right? So your benefit also should match that, as well as the amount of money you're paying, right, for that benefit. This is what decreasing term life insurance does, right? So hopefully that's helpful. Just keep in mind, yes, term whole life insurance are very popular, but just remember that there's even sometimes a better option, definitely a cheaper option that may be for you, and that's decreasing term life insurance. Hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you next week.